Hi, Ricky. Welcome. Welcome to my life again. Hi, guys. Welcome to the live. Let's wait for some people to come. How will I do this? How do I stick it? Hi. Hi, please, if you are in this live, just drop a hello or hi. Let me know that you are in this live. Only one chat I'm seeing. Let's just wait for some people to come in. Some people ask me questions in the channel. Those are the people that I'm waiting for. Please, if you're in this live, say hello. Let me know that you are here. Only one person has said hi. Hello. Hello, Adewumi. Welcome to the channel. Adewumi, is it that asked me this pregnancy question? I don't think it's you. Adewumi Adebola. Oh yeah, not you. Yeah. Maybe let me just check if I can see the person here. Are you breathing? Should we start talking? Oh, her name is Odion. Odion is. So, guys, if you're in this life and you have a question, please just ask your question. Okay? Can I move with my family to Sweden if I'm taking a BSc? Asking for someone. Yeah, it's possible that you can move with your family, but sometimes it's I've not really seen like anyone that has said, oh, I'm studying a BSc and I move with my family. So most times it's always MSc students that they give that opportunity, because BSc, I don't know, but it's possible. You understand? You are a grown adult. You can support yourself through school and also support your family. Yes, you can make application. There's no place in the law or the website that say if you are studying a BSc, you cannot come with you cannot come with your family. No, there's no place. But just know that it's not going to be as easy as it is for the MSc students. Do you understand? So that's what I have to say for that one. I've not really seen a BSc student say he came with his family. Most times, what they may likely do is maybe they themselves they come first, then subsequently they apply for their family. So, but it's not out of place for you to make an application for them together with your own when you're applying to come here. Do you get? So that's it about that. Can someone who has a third class? Of course, you can apply. You can apply. Sweden does not really do third class or fourth class. Their own is just meet just meet the course criteria or course eligibility. So let's assume you have your third class and maybe you're applying for chemistry and you need like 60 ECT in chemistry, and in your transcript you have up to 60 ECT in chemistry with your third class. It's still good. It's still good. So Sweden does not check all those, even age too. They don't used to check all those things. So your own is just meet the course eligibility. That's it. Are we good? You're welcome. You're welcome. Please, if you have more questions, you can ask while we wait for pregnant questions to come. You are welcome, welcome. Please, if you have more questions, you can ask. So, mm, maybe I should start talking about the pregnant question. Mm. What is the amount requested for as proof of fund in Sweden? If you are a single person, you have to show 10,600. Okay, let me close that. If you're a single person, you have to show 10,006. It's actually 10,500 and something. Me, I like rounding up the money. So you have to show 10,600 times 13 months. Sweden gives resident permit 1 year at a time. If your school is part of the pilot program whereby you can apply for 2 years straight, then you have to show 10,600 times 26 months. So when we did it the other time, the calculation, when we did it for 13 months, it was giving us around like 21 million naira for one person. Then if you're coming with family, your wife is 4,500 times 13. One of your child is 2,800 times 13. So you gather all of them together. If you have up to more than one child, you multiply 2,800 times 13 times one child, times 13 one child times 13 the other child. So that's how it works here. Yes, please, if you have questions, ask me. So let's talk about the whole but it's not nice that I'm talking about the pregnancy stuff and the people that ask the questions are not here, because they may still have more questions. See guys, if you have questions, please ask me. I'm here. So that's the amount, okay? That's the amount of money you need. Do you have more questions? What schools will you advise someone from Nigeria to apply to, and city where there are jobs for international students? To be honest, when it comes to um schools to apply to, it all depends on your course of study. What if I tell you now, oh, Stockholm is really nice, there are jobs in Stockholm, there's African community in Stockholm, but then again, what you studied in your what you studied, they don't offer the course. Do you understand? I always say there's no place in Sweden that is bad, in as much as there are some places that are better than the other places, right? There's no place in Sweden that is bad. So your coming here depends on your course of study. You're not going to go to a city that doesn't offer the course you are going to offer. So most times is what we are studying that will land us to a city. Do you get? So but if we're looking at, oh, really nice cities, of course Stockholm is there, Malmo is there, Uppsala is there, Lund is there, Gothenburg is there, Umeå is there. All these things are really nice cities that there are jobs. Then also cost of living, you want to also consider cost of living. Stockholm is expensive, Gothenburg is expensive. Do you get? So those are the things. But basically it depends on your course of study. Is what you study that will take. There are some schools that offer just arts courses. There are some schools that offers just science courses. You get? So that's it. What is accommodation like? What do you mean by what's accommodation like? What do you want to know about accommodation? Okay, hey though. So what do you want to know about? Is it the price or kiniko kiniko? Please let me know. Is it the price? If you have any questions, please drop. Is it easy to get accommodation? Well, it depends on the city. Now there are some cities that are having housing crisis right now. Like to get an apartment is crazy. First of all, this place that I am is one city. There's a housing crisis in the north right now. Yes. So it just depends on the city. Like in the city where I was coming from, Orebro, oh my god, it was easy to get an apartment. Like if you needed an apartment between today and tomorrow, you will get an apartment. Then Stockholm too is tight. You may get something, but it will be really really expensive. So I noticed that in now most cities are having a lot of housing crisis. That's why now they are building new houses. You get? Because a lot of immigrants are coming in. You know, Sweden's population is not much. When I came to Sweden, the whole of Sweden population was like 10 million, like the whole of Sweden. In fact, Lagos self, you bring like almost how many millions of Sweden from just Lagos alone. Do you get? So now a lot of immigrants are coming, and the housing crisis is becoming more. But I noticed that a lot of new buildings are being built. But just know that the newer the building, the more expensive it will be. So yeah, for you that is in for you that is outside Sweden and you want to get apartment, it may be very difficult. Let me just be honest with you, it will be very difficult. But when you finally step your leg inside here, It's very easy. You can really try. You can. It's easy to for you to get an apartment. You get. Chim baby. Ah, okay. Chim baby. I see that I'm waiting for. Um, can I work to pay my fees? Ah, see, me I'll not advise you. Me, it backfired on me. So me, I'll not advise. Even with my partner, even with having a partner, it was not easy because it took us 3 months to get social security number. By the time you are even getting social security number, they are sending you invoice. So me, I will not advise. What I would advise you to do is, as you have paid your first semester before coming, as you've paid your first semester before coming, have your second semester in your hand. That's for backup. Now there's something I have not told you guys. In Sweden, I don't know if they've changed that law, but they've not changed the law. But it's sometimes this thing I want to tell you can backfire. So weigh it up. So normally in Sweden, when you get 30 credit, let's assume now for a fee paying student you get 30 credits, right? And um you don't have your money to pay your school fees. With that 30 credit, you are allowed to look for a job and apply for um work permit straight. Do you get? That's if you see a job that's going to apply for work permit for you. But sometimes if you do not see the job, it will backfire. You understand? Meaning that you've lost your study position because of you've left school now where you're looking for a job because you've gotten your 30 credit. And now I noticed that they want to change that law. So this is something you can do. But I will not advise you to come here with the intention of working to pay your fees, because to be honest, the job you are going to do in the beginning when you arrive is just going to help you to just pay normal bills, food, electricity, and rent. You get? So please just think about it. I will not advise you come with your second semester fee. If you don't have your second semester fee, have people that you can call back home, where that you can ask for that can help you with money. Chi baby, yeah, we are going to talk about it, don't worry. Baye says hi. Let's say school starts 1st of September, assuming I came in pregnant 1st of September and due after a month of starting school. Can I have my baby and continue schooling, or will it affect my studies? So okay, let's this pregnancy topic is very, very tricky and dicey. First of all, let's start from, you are in Nigeria, you've made application. Let's assume you've gotten your admission and you've paid your school fees. You're in the process of you applying for resident permits, right? I don't know how many months gone you are, but let's assume your belly is already protruding. You go for interview, right? I'll just advise you, wear big clothes, let them don't see, because who your case officer is. You don't know the mood that they are in that day, or the person that is going to interview you. That's if you are going to go for interview. Do you get? That's if you are going to go for interview. So I'll just advise you, wear big things to cover yourself. Though and when you are where we are doing the interview, most times when you enter the interview hall, they only see your head. They don't see your down. This is just an advice. It's not as if it's going to stop anything, but just know that you being pregnant or not is not going to make them not to give you visa. No. But then again, we have to play safe. You get? We have to really play safe so that uh, so that it will not be, you will not feel, oh, because of I'm pregnant, that's why they did not give me. That's one. Now let's assume you've gotten your visa, you've entered inside Sweden, and you give birth. My dear, it's going to be tough. Remember, your visa is tied to your study is tied to your visa, right? They are not going to give you study break. No, your school can give you study break. Oh, your school can give you. You can just tell your school, oh, you gave birth. Oh, I gave birth and I need a study break. Your school can give you study break because, of course, they love children. They love you being okay. But the moment they give you the study break, of course, they are going to inform immigration that this student is on a study break or a pregnancy break. Do you understand? Immigration will reach out to you. You get? So sometimes what people do, I know of my friend that gave birth here. She was lucky that her course was online. You get? Her course was online. So as she gave birth, she still continued her course. Then her husband is very supportive. Another thing is, if you have a supportive partner, is very good. Another thing is, you need to know yourself. Are you a strong person? You understand? There are some people that when they give birth when they give birth to they still have strength to do things. These are the things you need to talk about. Then again, you can also reach out to your study advisor. Like, they understand. You just tell them if you can take some few days off, that you will still be going to school. You are not stopping your studies pata pata. You still be going to school. Do you get? They can give you some few days off. You can still be doing your assignment, submitting your assignment. If possible, you can ask them if they can make provision for you to join classes online. You understand? They can help you with that. So at the end of the day, it's about you speaking up. It's about you talking. Do you get? So, but me, I'm not going to advise you to leave your school totally, because the moment the school gives you study break, they are telling immigration immediately, because the schools and immigration work together. Do you understand? So if there's a pause in your study, they will have to inform immigration. Immigration will now come and send you letter. Where are you? What are you doing right now? You understand? And what again do I want to say? So that's that about that. But if you have any question, please drop. So let me say more things. Then you give birth to your child. First of all, you already know that when you give birth to your child, the child is not going to be a citizen because of you gave birth to the child here, right? Secondly, insurance. If you are here on a 2-year study visa, yes, your school will give you insurance that can cover your family. But if you are on a 1-year visa and you give birth, you need to take care of your insurance, meaning that you have to pay an amount of money for birthing your child here. Do you get? Then what again do I want to say? Then normally, normal Swedish people and we now, like me now, if I give birth now, of course, I'm going to get something they call mama ledig, is um um maternity. I'm going to get maternity leave and mama ledig, maternity money. So now in Sweden, you have 40, is it 48, 480 weeks or 480 months of maternity leave. Yes. Now this 480 months, you and my partner are going to share it. So I can take some and he can take some. So my husband can take 1 year paternity leave just so that he can help with the child. Some people, some husband and wife, they share it when the woman has done the first 12 months, and if she wants to do more, she can continue while the husband will be going to work. Then if the woman wants to go back to the work, the husband can still take his own 1 year and do it. That's how they do. Now you, now as a student, you're not going to get all those pregnancy benefit, because you don't even have a job that is paying tax for you. So you are not entitled to that this thing. So you see that it's a lot of burden for you, a lot of expenses for you, mental and emotional stress. So if you are going to go through this route, I want you to come with a supportive partner. Because if you come with a partner that is not supporting you, that you are only you, because at the end of the day, it's you that is the main applicant. If anything happens to you or your resident permit, it's going to affect you, your partner. Do you get? So if you are going to go through this route, is I'm not going to say is not is I'm not going to say it's impossible not to do. You can do it. It's possible to do it. But in you doing it, try to still maintain your going to school. Like that period now when you are going to give birth, you can talk to your study advisor. They will understand. You understand? If possible, I know of my friend that she was in the hospital. She was attending lecture. She gave birth. After like few days after she gave birth, was it like 3 or 4 days? She had exam. She went for her exam, because my sister, you don't want that study break, that study gap. That's problem. That's red flag for immigration. The way that they will find you. Do you get? So what again? But just know that that maternity money, you're not going to get it. You get? So if you have any questions, you can ask. Then if I have more points, I think I wrote something. If I have more points, I'm going to talk about it. Let's say school starts. Also, Baye, I don't know if I answered your question. Please, if I answered your question, let me know. If you still need clarification, please let me know. Please, can you talk about proof of fund for 2-year program, or what we need to have in the account? Can I use 2 separate accounts for proof of fund? For 2 years program, for a single applicant, Esther. So if you are a single applicant, I already told you 10,500 or 10,600 times 13. When we calculated, we had 21 million naira. So now if you want to decide that my school is part of the pilot program where I'm allowed to apply for 2 years straight. So you are going to do 21 times plus 21, that's 42 million naira for a single applicant. If you are going to go with your family, everything you are going to do, you multiply by 2. Do you get? That's for 2-year program. Sometimes I always advise people, if you have the money, just do 2 years, bag, 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 and come. You will not worry about, because it's not easy to get proof of fund when you're inside here. It's not easy, you understand, because you now have to look for people that will help you with cash and stuff like that. It's not easy if you have the money, but if you don't have the money, please, let's do 1 year and come here first. My own concern is just enter here. When you enter here, you will navigate this place. Even if you are drowning, you will make sure that you raise your head, let water don't swallow you. Do you understand? So at the end of the day, my goal is for you people to enter here. It's when you enter here that at least the bulk of the job is done. Do you get? So, and when it comes to using separate account, you can use a dollar and a naira account. Let's assume you have a dollar account and you have a naira account. Yes, you can use your dollar account. Let's assume maybe inside your dollar account you have equivalent of 10 million naira in your dollar account. You can submit the statement of that one, and your naira account you have equivalent of maybe, let's say, 11 million naira. You join them together. If you have 2 naira accounts, I'll just say just move one money to the other one and just submit one. Do you understand? So yes, you can join 2 accounts together. Baye, you are welcome, but please, if you have more questions, if you need clarity, I think I have a lot of notes, but my eye is just twitching. I'm not seeing. I wrote a lot of things down. So Busi, so if I'm getting proof of fund from my parents, when is the best time for them to send the money to my account? So if your parents are going to sponsor you, so let's assume you've gotten your admission, and you want to, you got admission in March, and you're like, oh, I've gotten everything ready that I need to make application for my resident permit. So I always like to use my own case. So I applied for my resident permit June 5. You understand? So I got the money in my account on June 3rd. And June 5th, I went to go and print statement of account. And June 4th, I went to print statement of account. And June 5th, I went to I submitted my application. So it's, if it's your parents that are supporting you, if they want to put the money today, as long as nothing will happen to the money, it's okay. If they want to put it when you want to go and print your bank statement, it's okay. But just know that when you are printing your statement of account, let's assume you're applying June, so you need to print March, April, May, until that June 1, June 2, June, or June 5. Let's assume you're applying June 5 until June 4 or June 5. Do you understand? That's how you need to do it. Busi, I hope I answered you. Chi baby, 21 million. Yes, so in fact, just during that application time, oh my god, the rate usually goes high. I don't just know why, but rate usually goes high. I said at that time, I think last year, as at that time, people were sec to naira was like 160. 160 to sec to naira. It was crazy last year, to be honest with you. So yes, it's 21 million for one person. Now imagine for a family of 5, how they are going to do. It's not easy. Esther, thank you so much. Does it mean I will have proof of fund for 2 years? I thought I could do 1 year. Yeah, Esther, there I told you, Sweden gives resident permit 1 year at a time. But there are some schools that allow you to apply for 2 years straight, meaning that you apply your 2 years. From coming to Nigeria, you get your 2 years resident permit. Do you understand? So you don't need to worry about renewing when you are here again. Do you get? But if you don't have the money to apply for that 2 years, you can apply for 1 year, meaning that when you come here, you have to renew again. And mind you, when you are renewing, you have to do everything you've done before. You do it again. You will show proof of fund when you are renewing. You understand? And guys, remember that money should not leave your account until you see your congratulations, your case has been, how they used to put it, your case has been settled, your application is granted. That's how they used to put it. You understand? Until you see that, let that money be in your account, please. Do you get? So that's it. Please, are we going for biometric? Yes. So some people will be called for interview, while others will not. It just depends on your case officer. Do you understand? That's why I told you, like in my own case, I was not called for interview. That's why I told you, when you are making your application, there's a place that they always ask you, why do you want to study this course? You see that place, me, I don't know if it's because of the things we wrote in that place, because my husband said a lot of things. I typed plenty things in that place. I don't know if it's because of what we wrote in that thing that made them not to call us for interview. I really don't know. Or that I had a good case officer. I really don't know. But you see that box, if they write 3,000 word, if possible finish the 3,000 word, sell yourself there, tell them why you really want to study this course. You understand? Sell yourself there. They, at least they want to see that, okay, this person knows what he's saying and what he's doing, not that he wants to jackpot. You understand? They know the people that want to jackpot. They know the people that really are into this academic something. Do you understand? So in that place, sell yourself. Now if you are called for interview, I'm still going to do a video about interview questions and the things you need for interview. I'm going to do a video about that. Yes, you'll be called for interview. So after your interview, sometimes your interview can last 3 hours. The question that they've asked you before, they will ask you again, so that they want to see that you are maintaining the thing you are saying. You understand? So when they call you for interview, after your interview, you will do biometrics, and they will snap you picture and you will do biometrics. You will check all your details to make sure that the name is correct. Make sure you look well on the screen, because the screen, they will turn the screen for you to see. Make sure that your name is, the spelling is corrected, because if the spelling is not correct and you reach Alanda airport here, they will tell you you are not the same person. So look at it very well, that the spelling of the name is correct, that there's no mistake. Then for those of you that will be granted without interview, after you have been granted, the next step for you is to go and do biometrics. You have to do biometrics, and you can only do biometrics in Abuja. Abuja is where Swedish immigration office is. So you can only do biometrics in Abuja. Do you get? Now most times when they grant you as a single applicant, they grant your whole family immediately. You understand? Also most times they grant only you, and they tell your partner that they should come for interview. They want to ask you question. It just depends. Some case officer, they are somehow, so when your partner is going for their interview, they should go with a lot of documents. If possible, marriage certificate, your wedding picture. Just go with anything, just in case any angle that they are coming from, you are just giving them, you are dropping it. Do you understand? So yes, Esther, you go for biometrics. Just pray. Me, I just pray that they did not call you for interview. To be honest, just pray they did not call you. But if they call you, you have to go. You have to prepare for it. I will still come on live here. We're going to talk about interview questions and things like that. um Okay, Esther, well understood. Adewumi says, please, I miss a part. Can I use my account for my sister and family? Adewumi, who is applying? Are you the one applying or your sister? I don't understand your question. Baye says, when is the best time to apply for resident permit if you have admission offer in March? So Baye, this question, I get this question a lot. At the end of the day, I always tell people to use their discretion, but I'm going to give you a scenario how things are here. I told you that during May, June, July is like everything off in Sweden. But when you go to the store, things are not even doing well. Do you understand? Because all of them have gone on vacation. Now sometimes the case officer that they assign to you is on vacation, and your case is there. Your money is in your bank, is breathing. You are paying. You understand what I'm trying to say? You understand? So it's just for you to use your discretion. You get? It's risky. Sometimes I always say it, this whole resident permit application is sometimes is luck. Let's be honest. It's luck, is God, is prayer, is everything. I know of people that applied, they got admission. I think that time admission was April. Admission was announced April. They got admission April. The guy applied in May, and in 2 weeks he got his resident permit. People were asking question, please, what did you do differently? What did you do different? Did you have your second semester school fees? He said no, he didn't have his own. Another girl they asked her, did you start building your account before? She said yes, she started building your account. So you now be wondering what me, I did not build my account. I put money in my account 2 days before I made an application. Do you understand? So at the end of the day, you just have to use your discretion. Just know that May, June, July, things are on standstill. Now, only few people work in the office. So, at the end of the day, pray that your case officer is around. Sometimes, your case officer self is on maternity leave, you understand, and stuff like that. So, I will not tell you, oh, this is the best time or this is not the best time. I applied in June 5th and I got granted August 23rd. Admission, we are supposed to resume for school August 28th. My saving grace was that the roll call, because of it was during that COVID time, the roll call, I already did it back in Nigeria. We showed our passport. We did a Zoom call and we showed our passport. The I had already started attending my lectures on Zoom online. I started doing assignment and submitting. So I got granted 23rd August. In 2 days, I had to go to Abuja. We had to do our biometrics. We went to Abuja today, came back that same day. You understand? We came back. We started selling a lot of stuff, selling things. So at the end of the day, we came to Sweden September 17th. Do you get? So that's how it is. Is that what I want to say? So there's no best time, there's no good time. Just use your discretion. Some of us now, proof of fun now. If you think, oh, let me just quickly do it. Me, I just told myself, okay, April, May was too early, because me, I don't have that amount of money to come and be wasting. You get what I'm trying to say? So just use your discretion. If June is okay for you, just know that semester is supposed to resume September. You are supposed to application takes 1 month to 3 months to get granted. So use your discretion and weigh which one is okay for you. Do you get? By what is the best time to apply for? Okay, I think I've answered that. Adewumi, okay, you say your sister. If it's your sister that's making that is applying for resident permit, the account she's using has to be in her name. If you are the one that wants to give her money, you put the money in her account that bears her name, not your own account. Okay? Emmanuel says network is bad here. Oh, there. I'm sorry. Can't hear you clearly. Oh, I'm sorry. I think MTN has been having issues for so long now. Esther, I thought resident permit is granted maximum 3. Hey, 3 weeks, care. My sister, no. 3 weeks, care. No, 3 months. In fact, let me even tell you. You see, Swedish people, 3 weeks. If you even see 3 weeks, you should be happy. I know somebody that was granted 2 weeks, but it's usually between 1 month to 3 months. Some people get granted three months. So that's why I say use your discretion. Now if you get admission in May, in March, and you have your proof of fund ready, and you know that the proof of fund is not going to make you have expenses. That's if you understand what I'm trying to say. Then by all means apply in April. You never can tell, you may get granted. Do you get? So that's just it's just dicey, but it's not 3 weeks. It takes time, but it's not as if it cannot happen in 3 weeks. Do you get? It takes time, but just prepare your mind that that's where your real patience will be tested. Do you get? Your real patient? There are some people. There's somebody that I know that waited for, though it was not study visa, it was work visa. He waited for 1 year. 1 year. Then Sambo visa, that's when you are married to a Swedish person. You want to come and meet the person. Sometimes it takes 2 years before they will grant it. You get? It's just that study visa, they know that, oh, people are going to resume school so time. So they have to do fast for it. So they are very slow, to be honest. So Busi, are international students allowed to open bank account? Of course, you can open bank account. Now, when it comes to opening bank account, most times when I came to Sweden, I got my pension number, that is my social security number. The next step was for me to go and open bank account. Now, most bank will not open for you, they will, because Sweden is very, when it comes to money laundering, they don't joke with it. And we are black people, so by the time they've seen you, they've already profiled you. Do you get? So they will ask you, what is your reason for opening the account? Why some people that I know opened accounts without having a work contract? For me, in my city, it was difficult because they needed a work contract. So the only time I was able to open a bank account, in fact, I went to 3 banks. No one agreed to open for me. I'm telling you. One even told me it's going to take 8 months. I said 8 months to open bank. Why? So the only reason why I was able to have a bank account was because I submitted a job contract. Do you get? So no matter if you get a job, even if it's 2 times a week, just tell them to give you contract. You take the contract, go to the bank and make an application. Remember that when you come, you're going to first get your social security number. After getting your social security number, you apply for ID card. That's your national ID card. So these are the things you need to take to the bank. Your your resident permit card, your national ID card, and your work contract to go and open an account. And it doesn't take time. So when you open the account, you download your bank ID, you download the bank app, you download Swish. Swish is what we use to send money back fast, like 2 seconds. The money has gone to another person with his phone number. We use phone number to send the money. So by the time you come here, you're going to understand all those things. So Adewumi, you are welcome. Please, if you have more questions, please ask. How many months proof of fund did you print? So I applied in June 5th. So I printed March, April, May till June 4th. So that's how I got my 4 months. Do you get? Yeah. So you said your social security number took my sister, my social security number. See, that's why I told you, all of you on this live, all of you on my group, that's why they call it case. Everybody's case is different. Some people will have it easy, some people will have it tough, some people will have it hard. So there was one of my friend I came with. We came together. We used the same airline. In fact, we landed Sweden the same day. We applied the same. We went to apply for social security the same time. Me, I was thinking, we applied together, we'll get. She got her own first. Her husband came. Not how many weeks he applied, he got his own. Me and my husband, we were waiting. I was like, so we waited 3 months, 3 months before. So we came in September 17. That September 17, as we dropped our bag, we went straight to the tax office to go and make an application. September we waited, we would not see. October we would not see. November, it was first week of December that it came. By then, they've even sent me the second invoice. I was sweating. It was not funny, but so it takes few months. Your own may take few weeks. Different city, different thing, different person, different case. Everything here is case. You are applying for social security number, they will give you case number. You are applying for ID card, you will have a case officer. You are applying for resident permit, you have case officer. That's how it is here. Everything in Sweden is protocol. So my social security number took 3 months to arrive. People got it in 2 weeks. Some people got it in 1 week. It just depends. Okay. So that's it. If you have more questions, please ask. I'm trying to see if I still have more things to say about the pregnancy stuff. You guys get. If you have questions, please ask. So Sweden is sweet though. If you are settled, Sweden is very sweet if you are settled. But if you are thinking immigration issue can make you to even run mad. So that's it. Let me see. Do I have more things to say about? If you have more questions, please ask. So Esther, I'm coming. Yeah. So somebody asked me a question about what was that question the person asked me? What if the person gets pregnant in Sweden? Now in Sweden, when you get pregnant, this country, I don't know why they do it. So let's assume now you go and do test in your house, you saw that you're pregnant. We Africans, no, normally at home now we rush to hospital so that they'll put us in antenatal. When you go, they'll just tell you, okay, you tell them you're pregnant, but okay, no problem. They'll now write it. They'll tell you to come back in 3 months. So you will not be to the hospital until 3 months. That's where you do your first scan. So for those of you that are going to be getting pregnant here when you come, you need to have this at the back of your mind, okay? Then you now that came with pregnancy, when you come and you've gotten yours, because you cannot go to the hospital without your social security number. Do you get? So you have to get that social security number before you can go to the hospital. So now you came with pregnancy, you get your social security number, then you go to the hospital, tell them that, oh, you are pregnant, because they have to book you for routine checks. You also have to be taking medication. Do you get? So Esther, do I have to go to Abuja with my children for biometrics? Can I travel with my teenage kids alone without their father? He doesn't want to live here. He should leave, because, Esther. So first of all, do I have to go to Abuja with my children for biometrics? So during the resident permit application for study, and the embassy, they used to put it on their wall. Right now we are only focusing on the main applicant. Dependents will be will be answered later on. But sometimes they don't used to follow it, because I know that my dependents came with me. Do you understand? So now, if you are going for biometrics, right? Let's assume you've been granted, you are going for biometric. Okay, first of all, if you've been granted and your children have been granted, of course you can go to biometrics with them, right? If you are called for interview, and you know that it's not going to be easy for you to come back to Abuja again, you can reach out to them. They are very understanding. I know a lot of people that did it, that please, you have young children that are accompanying you. Is it possible for them to join you so that they can also take their biometrics? And they'll tell you, okay, do you get? So that one I know for sure that they can give you concession. So yes, you can go to Abuja with your children for biometric, but just know that you have to first of all do your interview. When you finish your doing your interview, they will now call them to come and do their biometrics. Now, can I travel with my teenage kids alone without their father? Yes, you can travel with them, but just know that the father has to give a consent, that he's aware that you are going with the children. So it's not be as if you are kidnapping the children. It's not only you that gave birth to that children. I think, yeah, I don't know if there's a document or something. I cannot remember if there's a document to fill, but you have to submit that. Also, if possible, when people are traveling, you should follow you to the airport, do all the check-in finish, you understand? So that it's not be as if you are stealing the children. Then you, Esther, that wants to come to this place with 3 children and you want to study, how do you want to do it? Are your kids grown up enough to take care of themselves? Because you cannot leave children, I think children 7 years below, you cannot leave them alone in the house. It's wrong. And you don't want socials to come and pack your children. No, you don't want that. So you have to think about all those things. Think about it. Who do you know anyone in Sweden that you know that when you are going to school they can take care of your children? Because having a nanny here is big money. It's very, very expensive having a nanny. That's why it's called family. Husband and wife together, they help each other. In abroad here, one person cannot do everything. Husband and wife, they join hands together, because raising a child is 2 people's job. It's not one person's job. Do you understand? Somebody asked me in the group, what if I made a video about child daycare and stuff. Somebody asked, what about children that are less than 1 year? Because in Sweden here, if your child is less than 1 year, they cannot go to school. It's from 1 year above that they'll start going to school. And I said, if your child is less than 1 year and you are the one studying, you and your partner will have to create a timetable in such a way that in the morning that he knows that you have lectures, you are going to school while he's staying back home with the child. Why, when you are coming back, maybe he has to get a job that he'll be working maybe in the afternoon or in the night. So you will take turns to take care of that child. So that's how it works here. If not, where is the money? Where do you see the money that you want to pay a babysitter or nanny to keep for you? So Esther, you can travel with your kids, no doubt, but you have to think about how you are going to take care of them. You have to wake up. What if you have lecture around 8 o'clock? Your children, I think they go to school. I don't know if it's 8 a.m. They're supposed to be in school. I don't know if it's 8 a.m. or 7 a.m. or 9 a.m. I don't know. You have to dress them up for school, take them to school. And in Sweden here, if you have a toddler, a baby, something, they don't walk. You buy stroller. You have to buy stroller. Like, the laws are too much. You have to buy stroller for them to carry them to school. You cannot bag them. You have to buy all those things. And only you cannot do that. You now come and join study again because you want to jackpot. It's stressful. If you are strong, you can do it by all means, no problem. But you have to think about it. So if possible, talk to your husband to join you. It's going to be good. It's going to be really nice. You get. So, Esther, if you have more questions, please ask. Shade, thanks for the answer, but the exact money was not in your account. March, April. No, it was not. It was not. So, I was supposed to travel. I was supposed to make application June 5th. I had the money June 3rd in my account. On June 4th, I went to print my bank statement. Esther, can they come themselves after 3 months? But I must have filed for them before I leave and gotten their visa. Can I come back and pick them, or they can come by themselves? Esther, I really don't know how old they are. So let's assume now you take them for biometrics and you are granted, and automatically they too are granted. Yes, you can. They've gotten their resident permit, but just know that there's a limit if you don't use, if you have not, I think 3 months is the time they give you for you to, when you've gotten granted, you should have entered the country. I think 3 months. Yeah, so if by 3 months they've not come, they can revoke the resident permit. Do you get? Now, can they come by themselves? I don't know how old they are. My friend's children came 7 months ago. They are 9, 14, and 12. And there's how they do it, like airport something, like airport, that they hand them over to airport, somebody that will take care of them until they reach their destination. Then their person will come and pick them. That's how they do that. But Esther, I don't know how old your children are. If they are small children, I don't think you want to put them in an aeroplane for them to be coming alone. You get? So that's it. But I would really like, if you can, if you get admission and you're able to apply, you should come. It will be nice. Sade, thank you. You're welcome. Esther, you are welcome. So if you have more questions, please ask, okay? Then another thing, those of you that ask me for child, for pregnancy and childbirth, so it's the same thing. So when you give birth, when you've given birth here, of course you know that social will always come to your apartment. I think for the first 3 weeks or the first 1 month, they are coming to the first for come and check if your apartment is conducive enough for the baby. They'll come and check how you are doing mentally. Are you okay? Are you having help? Is your husband help? They will ask you plenty questions. Is your husband helping you? Are you stressed? They are just asking you questions to see how you are doing, because they are more interested in that child. They want to make sure that the child is in safe hand. You understand? So when you are coming here pregnant, you need to put into consideration that the kind of apartment you are going to get, because socials are going to come and visit you. I think the first 3 weeks after you give birth, they are going to come and visit you. So put that at the back of your mind. Chi baby, I don't know if Chi baby is still on this live. For you that asked that question, when you are coming, if you give birth, socials will come and check your house, how conducive your house is your partner helping you, are you mentally stressed, do you need help, and stuff like that. So they just want to know that, they just want to make sure that the baby and the child is doing okay. So have that at the back of your mind. So if I get more things, I'm going to say. So if you have questions, please, you can ask. Then for those of you that will be coming here pregnant, I hope you know that um of course having a baby is expensive already. You get? So you just have to plan. Don't just like dive into it. You just have to plan. Please guys, can you like this slide for me? You just have to plan. If you don't plan, it's going to be difficult. Baby things are expensive. I remember stroller, you see this baby stroller, because it was when I came to Sweden, I know that baby stroller is important, and there are different types. You have the one for newborn baby. You have the one for when the baby has started sitting up. You have the one for when the baby, I think, has reached 3 years. You understand? So those are the things you need to consider. And you cannot leave the hospital without that stroller. They will not allow you to leave the hospital. That's it for you. Now, how much is that stroller? The new one of that stroller is 15,000 Swedish crown. The new one. The new one is 15,000 Swedish crowns. Then the second hand one is 7,000 Swedish crowns. So think about it. Do you get? Think about it. So if you are going to come here, think about the expenses you are going to incur while pregnant. So if you consider the pros and the cons, and the pros the pros are good for you and you can manage, by all means you can come. If the cons are too much, maybe when you get your admission, you can pay your fees and suspend your admission. Finish with your baby, finish nursing your baby. Then next round of admission, you already know that you've secured your admission. The next thing you are going to do is to just go straight to making an application for resident permit with your child. By then you'd have gotten your child passport. Then if you are here and you give birth to your child, of course, as you give birth to that child is already living here illegally. So you have 3 months to secure that child's passport and make an application for the child for resident permit. You get? So the hospital is going to give you birth certificate of the child that you'll be able to use to make an application for resident permit. So think about it. I don't know if the person that asked that question is here, but think about it. That's why I was saying I had a lot of notes. Bussy, how is traveling from Sweden to another European? Yeah. It depends. Like the other time we were in Poland. Poland is I think 2 hours. We had 2 hours flight from here. If we want to go to Spain, Spain is not far. We can go to Portugal, we can go to Spain. Norway, if I want to go to Norway now, we can take a bus. Finland, we can also take a bus. Denmark, we can fly or we can take a bus. It just depends. Just like it takes days. Do you understand? It's very, very easy. Yes. Now there are some countries that normally, like especially Schengen, when you just enter, maybe you want to you feel, oh, I've messed up here, I cannot continue. You enter there, is difficult. Like all this Schengen, um, Finland, Denmark, Norway is not easy. But when you go to Spain, Germany, Italy, yes, it may be easy for you to like start over afresh there. You get Esther, I'm so honored to be here today. Esther, you're welcome. Thank you for answering all our questions. Please, 21 million naira for a year for one person. So for 3 persons would be 21 million times 3 for a year. No, Esther, 21 million naira is for the main applicant, right? I think I did that calculation. If I can remember, I'm going to say it in naira. For 1 year, you as the main applicant is 21 million naira. For the spouse, that is the husband or the wife, that's 4,500 Swedish crowns times 13 months. I think it was giving me 8.1 million naira or 8.2 million naira. Why for one child, 2,800 times 13 months, it was giving me 5 million naira, 5.1 or thereabout. So you are going to calculate it. Let's assume if you have one child, so you 21 million plus 8 million, that's 29 million plus 5 million, that's a 34 million. If you have more children, you're going to add, if okay, Esther, I think you have 3 children, so you're going to have, for the children, we're going to be having um you're going to have 15 million for the children, you 21 million, your husband 8 million. So gather all of them together and do your calculation. That's how much you need to show. And remember, um um this thing fluctuates, the rate fluctuates. So sometimes that's why you see me, I always like to inflate the money a little, so that even if it fluctuates and I already put money in my account, I don't need to panic and go and be feeding money again in my account. And please don't take that money out of your account. If you take it, they will know. They will call the bank. They can even tell you when you are coming for when you are coming for interview, come with updated bank statement. It could be that when you want to maybe there was a guy there was a guy that the case officer asked him, please, could you submit a updated bank statement? Sharp, sharp, the money was in his account. He submitted the updated bank statement. In less than 2 hours, he got granted. There was a guy that he just finished his interview, finished everything, left Abuja, left the embassy. On his way home, he received an email. He got granted. So everything you are going to do, make sure you tick your boxes. Make sure that the fault is not from your side. Do you understand? So that even if you have opportunity to appeal, you are going to appeal. Do you get? So Esther, that's it. If you have questions, please ask. Joy, good day. Dr. K, Joy, you've elevated me. Thank you. When is the SI scholarship I think it has started now. Yeah, it was not yesterday. They dropped motivation question. I think it's open though. Go and check, because a lot of them in the group, they are already making application for it. I've not been following for some time now. I'm back fully. Joy, please go to the group. Your friends are there. They are going to help you. I don't know so much about SI scholarship. That's why I don't talk about it. But your friends are in the group. They are going to help you. They are helping themselves. So you can join them in the group. Go to my video description. You see the group link. Okay, Shade, please, what is the required amount in SEC per month? So Shade, for you as the main applicant, that's if you're the one studying, For you as a main applicant, that is 10,600. It's actually 10,500 and something. Me, I'm just rounding it to 600 so that we can get a clearer picture. 10,600 per month times 13 months. That's if you're applying for 1 year visa, right? That's for you as the main applicant. Your partner, 4,500 times 13 months. One of your child, 2,800 times 13 months. Okay, so that's it. If you have more children, you multiply the 2,800 times the more children you have. Okay, so those of you that asked so let me see if I have more things about that issue. So if you have more questions, please ask. Bright, hi, good afternoon. Please talk about air ticket to Sweden. Ooh, to be honest, during that time, you people will be coming. Um, ah, Air ticket is really expensive. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. It's really expensive. I remember a family paid, hey god, it was crazy. As at September, because that period is vacation period. Do you understand? A lot of people are going on vacation, a lot of people are traveling, so ticket is expensive. So we used Ethiopia Airline. To be honest with you, Ethiopia Airline is still one of the cheapest. So from Lagos to we use Ethiopia Airline. To tell you that how bad things have changed. When me and my husband were coming from Lagos to Arlanda Airport, Sweden, one person was 250,000. As of now, I think I can check Ethiopia Airline, but it will be cheap now because now nobody's traveling. But by that time, you can get for like maybe 700, 800 for one person, or 500 for one person, depend. But I doubt 500, but 700, I can do the math. Because I remember when we came, then you can also try Qatar Airways. It's just that with Qatar, it's long journey, but with Ethiopia Airline, it's easy, and Turkish Airline too is a little bit easy. But with Qatar, we have to stop in Qatar and then take another almost like 13 hours flight, Fin Air to Sweden is not. But Ethiopia Airline is good. But I can check how much it is now. Well, you can always check that one by yourself. But that time, just know that it's going to be very expensive. So prepare yourself. Okay? Bright, please, did I answer your question? If you have more questions, what do you want to know more about air tickets? So I can do like this from Lagos to Alanda. So everybody's going to stop in Alanda. Those of you that are going to Malmo, you can you can take a flight that is going to Copenhagen, Denmark. When you get to Denmark, you take a bus. You take a bus. So let's see, this is then if possible, if you can book a flight now that things are cheap. If you're not, so if you they can allow you not to pay, then you book a flight that things are cheap. Maybe just calculate maybe uh September 3rd or August 28th or thereabout. Just calculate, just book it with faith. You understand? Tell God that this is the time you want to leave this country and see what happens. You get? So let me just see how much it's going to cost. So Bright, please, if you have any questions, please let me know. Okay, Bright. It's loading. So Bright, I just checked Lagos to Alanda. This is even for February. So we are having for February we have 742,000. Guys, are you guys hearing me? We have 742,000. On Monday we have 1 million. We have 1.4 million. We have 967,000. So usually during the weekend is cheap. During the weekdays is expensive. Sometimes during the weekdays cheap. You just have to check. So you see now there's no flight of 500, 600. So from 700, 800, 900, 1 million. So now imagine you guys are a family of 5. So these are the things you need to put into perspective. So guys, if you have any questions, you can ask me, okay? Bright, did I answer your question? Please let me know. So for those of you that will be coming here pregnant, in fact, when you get to your school, just go straight to your study advisor. Just speak to her. You understand? Speak to her so that they will know how they are going to arrange your study. Tell them that you really want to study. Even when you give birth, you still want to come to school. But how can they help you in such a way that there's not going to be a study gap or a study break in your studies? So talk to your study advisor. Bright, you're welcome. You're welcome. If you have more questions, please ask. Esther, how is housing in Sweden? Can we get there and search for an apartment while studying, while staying? Of course, yes, you can get. So when you can start searching, yeah, you can stay in Airbnb and start searching. That's one. But when you when you are in Nigeria, just go to, it's just that, first of all, the very first place you can get an apartment, especially I'm losing my thoughts. I'm getting old. Especially when it comes to shared apartment, or if not even shared apartment, go to Facebook. Every city has a Facebook for students and for housing. You understand? You can just type apartments in Malmo, apartment in Örebro, apartments in Stockholm. You can just type it on Facebook. During that period, a lot of people are moving. You understand? And they are giving out their apartment. Do you get? So you can start your search from there, because I saw some people on the group saying, eh, have you started applying for housing? Have you started joining the housing queue? Truth be told, you cannot join a housing queue. You need a social security number, because sometimes we log in with our bank ID to these housing companies. You get? So it will be difficult to join a housing queue. Then, if possible, that's why we have that. That's why I have that group. Somebody may likely see an apartment that need. So some of you can come together and get an apartment and share the apartment. You understand? So at the end of the day, the beginning time is just survival period. You get? So that's it. Emmanuel, you're welcome. No problem. You are not late. You can ask your questions. So the beginning time is survival period. So all of you need to help each other. Do you get? You can stay in Airbnb. Yes, you can stay in Airbnb and start searching for apartment. When you come, also look for, there are some student apartment that allow families to be there, while some student apartment don't allow families to be there. And the student apartment that allows family to be there, you can pay per month. You get? So that's it. Esther, I hope you are clear. If you're not clear, please ask your question. Bright, I'm going to Malmo. You said I can land. Yeah, you can land in Copenhagen, or better still, you land, because sometimes they always want you to, you need to, or better still, land in Alanda, so that you can stamp your passport. And then, but most times people even say, see, when you are coming, your school will tell you how to go about it. They'll tell you how to navigate it. Most times people that go through Malmo, they go through Copenhagen, or they land in Alanda, then take a bus to Malmo, one of the two. But most time people go through Copenhagen, but you need to stamp your passport. You get? So anyone that you wish, but your school, normally your school will tell you when that time is coming. They'll start sending you a message. This is how you can get to the school from Stockholm. They'll give you two different destinations. So any destination that they tell you to take, you can use anyone. So for you people that are in Malmo, you can either go from your home country to Alanda, that's Stockholm, then take a bus to Malmo, or you land in Denmark and take a train or a bus to Malmo. So any of the two. Yeah, you heard me right. So, but your school will give you direction, various ways that you can come. What do you know about yawn shopping? I really don't know about yawn shopping. No, I don't know about Young Shopping, but there this the lady that talked to us about SI scholarships is in Young Shopping, and I think it's a good place. At least that's where she did her masters, and now she's doing her PhD there. So of course it's a good city. There's no place bad here, but it's a good city. So Yeah, the lady is okay. You're the one that is into transport, right? Please remind me. I think it's you that is into transport. Okay, please remind me. Are you the one into transport? Esther, when is... Oh no, you're not the one in transport. Oh, okay. But don't worry, young shopping is not bad. It's good. It's good. That girl is there, and she likes the city. Yeah. Esther, when is it expected to get qualified for courses applied for, or can we wait till March? Yeah, some people get to see qualified 26th of March. So at the end of the day, you just have to be patient, but just know that they are going to answer everybody. They will answer everybody. So at least one will answer you. So don't worry, just farabale, okay? You're gonna get it. So that's that about getting pregnant and the rest. You still have more questions? Do we have more questions? Any more questions? Abi, this live lagging? Oh, you have questions? Okay, please ask. I'm here. The amount you talk about for tickets, is it in naira? Yeah, it's in naira. I checked it in naira. You want me to check it in krona for you? Naira is what you need. Man, I got things have really changed, man. To think that when I was coming here, I paid 250,000 to come here. My proof of fund was 8 million naira for me and my partner, and now it's crazy. God, it's not easy. So yeah, that's so if possible, if you can book flight now with faith, but book a flight in such that you don't need to pay. Just put your credit card and don't put the one that has money in it, just in case it didn't work out. Then if possible, when you get granted and the date is not favorable for you, you can move it forward. So that's it. Then there are some people that when they get granted, school has already resumed, right? And they need to go so that they can do their roll call. There's something we call D visa. Normally, when you get granted, they print the resident card here in Sweden, and then they send it to the embassy, right? Sometimes you may not be giving the time for the resident card to come can take time. Normally, when you get granted, it's supposed to take 2 weeks for you to receive that resident card. Sometimes it takes 3 weeks, sometimes it takes 4 weeks. You get, but if you need to do the roll call, you can reach out to the embassy and tell them that your school has asked you to resume so, and you are going behind. Is it possible for you to apply for D visa? D visa is not is you have to pay for it. It's just something to show that I think it's 30 something thousand. That's at when the last time I know. It's just something to show that okay, you have been granted visa, but your resident card is not ready. But this is a proof that you've been granted visa, so that when you get to to the to control, when you get to the airport to control, and you are supposed to go inside, they already know. So when you come inside the country, you can now go to the migration office in your city to go and collect your card. Do you understand? So I just have to say it so that you will be aware. So when the time is coming and you are going behind, you can apply for D visa. Samuel, when you get your admission, how do you go about the tuition payment from Nigeria? So in my own case, when I got admission, I had naira, yes. So I was looking for form A. I don't know if they still do form A in Nigeria. We look for form A, look for form A, look for form A. We did not see form A. Even the people that even finally got form A to pay their school fees, the thing was delaying. So luckily for me, my sister-in-law works in GT Bank. So they have this person that changes dollar for them. So I converted the amount of money. I think I paid 3.2 million naira for my first semester school fees then. So he helped us we gave him the naira equivalent, and he gave us dollar. So I went into the bank and paid my school fees in dollar. They will send you IBAN number, IUC number, all this thing. They are going to send it to you. and you make your payment. So in less than, I think, 2 days, they received it and they sent me my health insurance and proof that I have paid my school fees. So you will need that to apply for a resident permit. So Samuel, that's how I went about it. So look for somebody that's going to change dollar for you at a very God fearing rate. Shade, how about insurance? Is it given by school? If you are going for a 2-year program, yes, the school will give you insurance that covers you and your family. If you are going for a 1-year program, you need to get an insurance by yourself. Though some schools give people that are coming for 1-year program, but it's rare. But if they don't give you, just know that you need to get insurance for yourself. Yes, so you can go to AXA, Mansard, and some of the likes like that. They give you insurance. Your insurance should cover your dental care, your health care, and repatriation fee. That's if anything happens to you in Sweden and you need to be transported back to Nigeria, the insurance should cover that. So those are the things you need to look out for that insurance. Okay. Foodie says, please, if you choose a multidisciplinary course for SI scholarship, would one say that course is related to one's educational background since it's multidisciplinary and can be linked together? Foodie, I don't understand your question, to be honest with you. And SI question, I try not to answer it because I don't have first-hand experience in it. So if you are in our group, go and ask your friends. Your friends will help you. Those ones, they already know more because they've attended a lot of SI webinars, you get. So they have a lot of answers to that. For this particular one, I don't want to give you wrong answer. Okay, you studied agriculture and want to study leadership and organization. Foodies, I really don't understand your question, so join the group and ask your question. Okay. Joy, what is it like starting a business as a non-student? So first of all, they will not even give you, because what first of all, what business you want to start? And most business in Sweden, they want you to have the um Swedish for immigrants um C level results, right? So you should have passed a C course in Swedish classes. So that is number one criteria. You may have the money, but because of that language is the problem. So then again, probably depending on the kind of a business. It could be tech business, and maybe they feel, oh, you don't need to speak the language, maybe you can start. But I don't know how it's possible for you to convert from a study visa to a business visa. That's if you can prove that you meet up the qualification. Do you understand? So that's it. But it's big money. I think you need to start, I think, with 300,000 Swedish crowns or 500,000 Swedish crowns. That's what you need to start with. So Joy, did you get that? Esther, how many weeks or months will it take to make tuition once the school asks? So normally they give you 3 weeks to 4 weeks. So let's assume you get admission. After like few days, like 2 days or 3 days, they'll send you invoice. Invoice carries all the school details, the account where you need to pay the money and stuff like that. And they'll in that details, they'll tell you you have till so time to pay the school fees, or you lose your spot in the school. You get. So you are given 3 weeks to 4 weeks to pay the tuition fee. Foodies, see, go to my last video, go and check the description. You're going to see the link to the WhatsApp group. So when you join, just when I accept you, introduce yourself, ask your question. Just say, hello friends, please, I have a question concerning SI scholarship, please. So you ask them. People will be there to answer you. Anita, can they allow a pregnant woman with a big bum coming to Sweden? Anita, we just talked about it now. So to be honest with you, like I said, um whether you are pregnant or not, it should not be a reason why they will not give you resident permit. But for us to be on the safe side, when you are going for your interview or your resident permit, if possible, wear big clothes to cover the pregnancy. You understand? Cover the pregnancy. Then you prepare yourself that, okay, let's assume you get your resident permit and you enter here. Coming here pregnant, it's a lot. you have to prepare yourself financial wise. You have to prepare yourself, and Sweden has a lot of rules and regulations when it comes to having children. You understand? Your partner too supposed to support you. All those things you need to think about it. I talked about it earlier. I talked about having I talked about studying and going to school. You can talk to your course advisor and tell them that, oh, see, oh, I am pregnant, how can they help you and stuff like that. But what I advise is, don't ever have a study break with your resident permit. Don't even try it. My friend was pregnant. She had a study break. It's just that she already had her plans. So when they gave her a maternity break, immigration will reach out to you and ask you, where are you? What are you doing? You understand? And you don't want immigration to start reaching out to you. Do you get? So whatever you are doing, if you give birth, you need to write your exam. You need to, are you a strong person? Is your partner going to support you? You have the financial capabilities to handle what comes with giving birth here in Sweden. I was talking about housing. So when you give birth here in Sweden, socials will be coming to your house at least for the first 3 weeks to know how the baby is doing, how you are coping, the environment, what the environment looks like, is it conducive. Secondly, I told you we have this tram that you used to push your baby. It was in Sweden here that I know that this tram have different types. There's type for newborn baby, there's type for when the baby is sitting up, there's type for when the baby is a little bit grown. You cannot leave the hospital without that tram. And that tram is the new one of it is for 15,000. That's tram. The second hand one of it is 7,000. Now calculate 7,000 times our naira to tell you how much it's going to be. Do you understand? So these are the things you need to reason. Then another thing I can advise: if you get your admission, pay your school fees. Then reach out to your course coordinator that, please, can you suspend your, can you defer your admission? You are going to pay your school fees, you are going to defer your admission. That you are almost due go on your due date and you cannot make travel, and they will allow you, no doubt. So what it means that you pay your school fees. After you finish paying your school fees, you give birth to your child, nurse your child in Nigeria, finish. After nursing your child in Nigeria, the next semester, that's autumn 2026, all you just need to do is they will start your application. They will you already have the admission. What you just need to do when it's time for making application for resident permit, you just go straight to make application for resident permit. That's my advice for you. But if you are going to come here heavily pregnant, to come, and because coming here without even being pregnant self, you will run mad. I'm not joking with you, because you know, with pregnancy brain, it's not easy. Pregnancy, as a woman pregnant, you don't even need stress. School will be stressing you sometimes. For me now, when I came to Sweden, I left school 2016. I came to study in 2021. When I went to the class, every time I came back, I was always crying. My husband would be asking me, why am I crying? Why am I crying? Because everything that they were teaching was doing me like film. I was not understanding anything. I was asking myself, I told you I didn't want to come to this school. Oh. I told you I didn't want to come to this school, because it's not easy. So imagine now you are pushing your belly, you have assignment to do, your group is there. They want you to, that my friend that I told you that she was pregnant, that girl is strong. When I mean she's strong, our course, we are going for field work. She will be climbing. You will not even know she's pregnant until when she told me that I am pregnant. I said, what? You are pregnant? Are you serious? So we didn't even know she was pregnant. So if you are a strong person, then maybe you can navigate it. If not, just take the small advice I give you. Get your admission, defer your admission, pay your school fees, and wait for the next round to pay. Do you understand? So that's all I can say, because childcare here is expensive. It's not cheap. So you have to like prepare yourself financially, because it's going to take you a lot of money. So that's it. Anita, did I answer your question? Please, if you have more questions, you can ask me, okay? Did I answer your question? Do you have more questions? The next round is January 2026 or September 2026. It depends. So if for example you've made your application now, right, and they give you admission and you pay your school fees, so meaning that the course that you applied for is for autumn semester, meaning that the next round will be autumn 2026, and autumn 2026 we resume next year September. By then your child would have grown. You get? By then your child would have grown. So but if you apply for January is spring semester. If it's spring semester you applied for and you are pregnant and you feel you are going to give birth by that time and you want to defer your admission, just know that you are going to come for spring of 2020, spring of that's 2027 January. Do you get? So that's it. um how to show proof of tuition balance. Please, Shade, ask your question properly. Is that, are you making a statement or you're asking a question? Oh, you understand, Anita, yes. So that's how it is, okay? So if you have more questions, please, Anita, ask. To be honest, I will not lie to you that in this place, you have your peace of mind when you're not worrying about your resident permit, your tuition fee. You need to work to pay rent. You have your peace of mind. But if you have all these worries with your baby, with your pregnancy, and probably now I don't know if your husband is going to go with you, all those things joined together, it's not so nice, okay? For proof of funds, should we deduct first semester tuition fee or is just on living expenses? The 21 million we talked about, is it? Yeah, the 21 million is for living expenses. Nothing concern immigration, concern if you have your second semester fee or not. Nothing concern them. So that 21 million is your living expenses, okay? 21 million is your living expenses. Or what again did you ask? The 21 million we talked about, is it for living expenses alone? We still need to add second semester. No, you don't. See, if you have the second semester fee, you want to add it inside the money, no wahala. But immigration will not come and ask you, is your school fees inside here? No, their own is just that show them you can support yourself for the period of time you are going to be studying in Sweden. That's all. Esther, you are welcome. Shade, after paying first semester tuition, will the balance be added to 21 million? Shade, 21 million is just for your living expenses. Nothing concerns 21 million and your tuition fee. That's what I'm explaining to Esther now. Do you get? Your school fees is you. Whether immigration does not care whether you have the school fees or not. Just show them that you have that 21 million to pay to pay the fees, to show, just show them you have 21 million to prove that you can support yourself. Whether you have your first semester school fees, third semester school fees, is not their business. That one is you that will handle that one by yourself. How long does it take for the resident permit to be out? one 1 month to 3 months, but me I always add 4 months because sometimes this thing takes 4 months. There's one guy that waited 4 months, but almost his own was almost going to 5 months. Applied May, June, July, August. It was in August he got his own. August 2020, this thing, because we got almost the same time. He was a single father, so he was going with his child, so it was not easy for him. So he was the one I'm telling you about, that when it was time for him to do biometrics, he had to ask them if he can come with his child, and they said of course he can come with his child because the child is young now. He cannot come to Abuja the first time and you now come and go. And he was still working, you get? So yes. Yeah, Shade, you're welcome. Please ask your questions if you have, because now we are entering the bang 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 period though. This is the bang 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 period now. Do you get? Do you have more questions? Shade, welcome. Do you have more questions? Hmm? Do you have more questions? Those of you that said that you came earlier, but you came late. Esther, once tuition fee is paid, I can apply for resident permit immediately. Yes, if you have all the necessary documents down, you can apply for resident permit. That is, your proof of fund is ready, your what again? Your marriage certificate, your children's birth certificate, your school has sent you health insurance and proof that you have paid your school fees. What again? I'm going to do a video about the things you need for resident permit. So if you have all those things down, then you are ready to apply for your resident permit. Yeah. So Esther, you're welcome. You're welcome. Please, guys, if you have more questions, let's ask them. Do you have more questions? Do we have more questions? Hi, Anva. Baye, it takes 1 to 3 months, but I always say 4 months. So let's say it takes between 1 to 4 months. Hi Lawrence, welcome to the live. Please guys, can you help me like this live? We are 15 here. Can I at least see 15? Like just double tap your screen. That's all, please. Thank you. So by it takes 1 to 4 months. It takes 1 to 4 months for resident permit to be out. So just to save yourself stress, everything you need, just submit it at once so that they'll not come and be asking you for submit this. Highest, what they will send you to submit again, highest, if you do all your application correctly, let it be that what they will ask you to send again is updated bank statements, and they do that to make sure that you still have the money. Now those people that have removed the money, when they ask them for updated bank statements, they will now start looking for where they go and put the money again, and when you submit it, they are going to see that you just put in that money. No. You understand? Then another thing you need to know when it comes to bank statement, they always call the bank. I was underrating them that they don't need to call them. They always call the bank. They will call your bank, and maybe when they already dial the number 1 or 2 times, your bank did not answer. Otilo, that's rejection straight up. So please, if possible, tell your bank they should pick their call. I used Access Bank. I don't know if Access Bank. Then another thing I did, maybe I don't know if that was one of the things that helped me. When I went to Access Bank, I told them that please, I want to print out my bank statement for embassy purposes. So Access Bank used their embassy stamp instead of the normal regular stamp that they have. They use their embassy stamp to stamp on my bank statement. So I don't know if that's one of the things that helped me also. I just said I should share. Lawrence, hi, welcome to the live. Tell me simply where you are from. Anva, I'm from Nigeria. Emmanuel, how many months bank statement? So Emmanuel, I applied on the 5th of June. So I printed March, April, May till June 4th. So I printed my bank statement on the 4th. I had my money on the 3rd of June, printed my bank statement on the 4th, and I did March, April, May until June 5. So that's how I did it. So you have more questions? Sometimes what used to deny people is bank statement, and during your interview you do not show them that you really want to study. You show them you want to jackpot. So you need to talk intelligently, and whatever you are saying, maintain it, because they will ask you one question, they'll ask you 5 times different way, and if you go and do blah, 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 that's the end. Then when you finish doing, as they are asking you question, interviewing you, they are typing. When you are done typing, I think they'll print it for you and tell you that these are your responses. Can you make some corrections? So you make some corrections. So Lawrence, I applied for master's program in Sweden, but I did not pay for the application fee. I want to know if I can do so now. Well, you can do so, but your application is already going to be late application. You understand? So chances of you getting it is 50-50. Like I told you, in my own time, I paid late, so my application went into late application. But I was lucky enough that somebody declined his admission. That was what gave me space. So if you want to take the leap of faith, like me, I'll tell you to make your payment and have faith. that somebody is going to decline, because they are going to give a lot of people admission, you understand. Not everybody is going to collect their admission, so you can be lucky when somebody declines their admission, they will move it over to you as the next person in line. So you may be like me, you may be lucky like me to get admission. So take it from a late applicant like me. Have the faith and make your application. But if it doesn't work out, don't feel bad, okay? So you can make your application, it's not bad. Lawrence, the payment now. Oh, okay, yeah, Lawrence, yeah, he can make the payment now. They're still going to attend to him, to be honest, but it's just that his application will be a late application. So they're going to attend to every other person that has applied before him. And then if somebody declines their admission, he may be the next in line to be given an application. So it's just a 50-50 something. It may work, it may not work. In my own case, it worked out for me, and I would just say I was one of the lucky ones. So 4 months bank statement, yeah, okay, if you want to call it like that, if you want to call it 4 months bank statement, yeah, no problem. So 3 months to 4 months. Did I put transaction history? If you want to put transaction history, yeah, I put transaction history. Yeah, if you want to put it, if you don't want to put it, no wahala. They just want to see my access bank say closing account, starting account, closing account. So that's what they just did, and they stamped with their embassy stamp. Lawrence, thank you so much. Lawrence, thank you so much. If you have more questions, please, you can ask your question, okay? Do you have more questions? Do we have more questions? This person that is asking me this question, how will you be asking me what does the room smell like? What do you want me to answer you, please? What do you want me to answer? It smells like rose, okay? Praying dark, Sabi, what's your name? It smells like rose. Please, guys, if you have more questions, please ask me. How many hours a week is school activity? To be honest, it depends. So, like I always say, I always use myself as an example. So my course, we usually have class 8. Sometimes we have did we do 2 courses or 1 course? One, I told you that we do course by course. So 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, so normally we have class around 8 to 11. Yes, 8 to 11. Then on days when we have practical, after we have class 11, we can start practical around 1, because normally from 11 to 1 is lunch. They must always take their lunch, okay? So 11 to 1 is lunch. So from lunch we'll go and do practical. Now some of you courses does not need practical, so it just depends. So I'm talking based on my own experience. So I went to school Monday to Friday. Some days, I think Wednesdays there was no school. Some Wednesdays there were no school. At the end of the day, you are going to see your timetable. You are going to see your timetable, know when you have classes and when you don't have classes. So in my own case, we had classes, we had a lab work, and we had field work. So there are times when we always go to the field work, you understand? So it just depends. But normally sometimes we had class in the afternoon. So we can have class maybe from 1 to 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 to 4. 1 to 4. So it's usually 3 hours a day, 3 hours a day. So they don't use to bombard people. So that's it. Anita, do you get? Samuel, for the bank statement, will I upload it online, or will I take it with me on the day of my interview? Samuel, when you are making your application for resident permits, you would have scanned your passport, your bank statement, the insurance that your school gave to you, your marriage certificate, all the things that you need to upload. You would have scanned it and saved it on your system. You're going to use your system to do the application. Don't use your phone. Use your system. You understand? Phone used to lag sometimes, so use your system. go to cyber cafe, scan all those things, then you upload them. You, as you are doing the application, they'll be asking you submit a this thing to show that you have proof of fund. You'd have saved the file on your phone, proof of living expenses, you upload it. You understand? So you need to upload all those things first on your application for resident permit to study. Then if they call you for interview, all those things you've uploaded, pack everything and be going. Your degree certificate, pack it. Your marriage certificate, pack it. Your bank statement, pack everything. Because anyhow, anywhere they ask you question, like they say, can I see, you are bringing that. They may not ask you to bring it, but you know now, Abuja is not your house. You don't live near. So carry all those things with you. So just in case they ask you questions, you can always bring it out. So first of all, you upload those things in your application. Then secondly, when you're going for the interview, you can take it along with you. You get? Anita, okay, that's very good. Is attendance compulsory, or one can skip classes some days? Attendance is compulsory. On days you are not going to attend class, you have to write your write your lecturer that please, you're not feeling fine, you cannot make it to class today, and they know. And I think that the attendance is very important, because attendance is part of your score. There's there's an amount of time you will miss class that you will no longer be viable to write the exam for that course. Do you understand? So like me now, I think I missed class like it's 1 or 2 times because I was having cold. I had cough. So but any day you are going to miss class, you have to email your teacher that you will not be around, that you're not feeling fine. Sometimes if they want to be wicked, they'll tell you to bring proof from the hospital that you're not feeling fine. You understand, that kind of thing? But otherwise, attendance is compulsory. You see attendance, you see tests, you see what again do we used to do? Tests and lab work. Very, very important. Like me, now that I study chemistry, if you don't participate in the lab work, you cannot write the exam. You understand? Because you don't have lab score. So of course you are going to fail the course, you get. So you cannot write the exam. So attendance is compulsory. If you're going to skip class, you talk to your teacher. Is biometrics free, or we pay before going for biometrics? Biometrics is free. Biometrics is free. When you do your interview, after your interview, they'll snap you picture and take you and do your biometrics, and that's it. You are good to go. It's free. You don't need to pay. Joy, some programs are still showing application open for some universities on the main Sweden portal. Can one change schools or change courses? Change schools and change courses at this time? No, you cannot. Anything now you do in your application may be considered as a late application. So please don't touch your application that you've touched now. Now those courses that you are saying that they have opened, if you look well, some of them are off campus courses. They are not on campus courses. If you look very well, you understand? So think about it. Okay, think about it. Please don't touch your application. No. Anita, it's 1,500 Swedish crowns per person. So you will pay 1,500, your husband will pay 1,500. Then the children, I think the children is a lesser amount of money. I think 1,000 or thereabout. I think it's 1,000 or thereabout for the kids. You get? So that's how much application fee is. So everything in Sweden is money, money, money. Tau tau. So that's it. At the end of the day, we'll see. So Anita, 1,500 for you as a single person. If you are with your partner, another 1,500. That's 3,000. Your children 1,000 or thereabout. I'm not sure. Do we have more questions? I think I'll add this my laptop. I'm done with it. Do we have more questions? Do we have more questions, please? Esther says, if I get qualified in my second, third, or fourth choice, can I apply for the school scholarship? No. it is stated that for you to apply for a school scholarship, you must make them their first choice. You must make them your first choice. So every school you make first choice is the only school you can only apply for their school scholarship. So you have a first choice. So go and apply for their scholarship. But you can still check. Oh, there are some schools that no, I doubt. But you can check. It's not bad. There's some schools that you made second and third choice that they can give you 25% and 75% or 50% scholarship. But you can check. But I doubt. But they always want you to make them first choice. So think about it. You get. Hmm? I hope you follow that. Oh, okay, Esther. That's good. That's good. That's good. That is good. Please, you have more questions? I think I enjoyed today's life more than the last life I came. Benjamin, is criminology a good course in Sweden to study for masters? Did you Benjamin, is that what you applied for? You applied for criminology. Is it a good course? Is it a good course? At the end of the day, why ask yourself, why did you answer, why did you study that? Why do you want to study that kind of course? You have to ask yourself, why did you choose that kind of course? Is it a good course? I really don't know. Criminology, I don't even know what it's all about. Is it about crime, getting people that do crime? I don't know. But one thing I know in Sweden is when it comes to crime or when it comes to correcting criminals, Sweden is very lenient with. You see somebody that rapes somebody, they'll go to jail 2 years. After 2 years, they'll bring them out. In Nigeria, they'll just like buy you in the jail there. So I really don't know, Usman, and I don't know why you chose that course, but I really don't know. But if it's something that you feel you like, then it's okay. It's okay. Joy is okay, thank you. But how many hours are international students allowed to work per week for? In Sweden, they've not passed the law in Sweden. So you have any amount of hours to work. They've not passed the law, but they are looking at passing that kind of law so that students can focus on their studies. But for now, they've not passed the law. So you are allowed to work as much as you want, but try to make sure that you balance your study well. Most times, most students do is they get evening work, either maybe after their school they can apply for Foodora, where they deliver food. They can do that. They can do paper delivery work. It helps them. At least paper delivery work, after tax you can be earning like maybe 14,000, 14,000, 15,000 per month, Swedish crowns. So those are the kind of jobs they do so that they can be able to balance work. That means they go to school in the morning, and in the evening they work at night. So my friend, that's what she used to pay her school fees. It was not easy, but with support of other people and the job she was doing, she was able to scale through. It was not easy. Usman says because it's related to course I study in sociology. Oh, I don't know, Usman. I really don't know. I've not heard somebody saying I studied sociology here. Maybe it's a good course, I don't know. But if that's what you applied for, fingers crossed that they give you admission. Okay? Do you have more questions, Usman? Who has more questions? Do you have more questions? Oh god, I'm so okay. I think you guys are saturated. How many hours can I work as a student in Sweden? Joy, I've answered you. I said Sweden has not passed that law. they've not passed the law yet. So for now, as a student, you have unlimited time to work. So there's no limit, there's no hour specific that you can work in a week. So you have abundance of hours to work, but make sure that you try to balance your studies. It's your study that is keeping you here. So you don't want to do something that you will not to make you will not be doing well in your studies. So you can work as much as you want, okay? Joy, do you get? Do we have more questions? If you have more questions, please ask. So Joy, I hope I answered your question correctly. Do we have more questions? If you have more questions, please you can ask. So if not, I can end the live. How long is the semester break? Can I remember? So normally we go, the first break we have is Christmas break. I shall know we go on break before 25th and we come back, I think, second week of January. So it's about 3 weeks. So that's when the second semester starts. Yes. Yeah, that's when the second semester starts. So I think semester break is 3 weeks. That's for Christmas break. I cannot remember for we have Easter too. And they always do public holiday. So any day that's here, if it's public holiday, they call it the red day. So any day that's a red day and it falls within the day, that school day, that within the week, it's a public holiday and nothing happens. No work, no school. Okay, so I think it's 3 weeks for Christmas break, or I cannot remember for Easter break whether we did break or stuff like that. Yeah, 3 weeks. 3 weeks. Can I use my pension as part of my proof of fund? Nope. It has to be money. Your pension, is it money? Is there money inside? If you collect the money and put in your account, yes, you can do that. But you cannot say this is your pension certificate. No, no, I don't think you can do that. Except is in the application, that because I know that application they'll tell you that you can show your proof. You can show proof that you can support yourself with savings, with investment or assets. If there's pension there, I cannot remember. So when you are making your application and you see that pension is there, by all means you can. Umaro, sorry, I want to ask if there's fully funded scholarship in Sweden. Yes, we have this SI scholarship. So you can go to si.se for the fully funded scholarship so that you can apply to it now. I think it just opened, so you are right in time. Go and apply to it. And make sure that your course is within the SDG. If it's not within the SDG, your chances of getting it is slim. You get? Umar, I hope I answered your questions. Do we have more questions? Umar, you are welcome, my brother. I think this is the first time you're joining my live, so welcome to the live. It was nice having you, but if you have more questions you want to know about, please ask, okay? It was nice having you though, and I wish you good luck in your application. Please help us with the link. The link to what, please? Daniel, link to what? Daniel Ja. Ja. Daniel, what's your name? Is it Toja or Chukuja? Which one? People that use Ja is always Jehovah's Witnesses. Are you a Jehovah's Witness? Daniel, link to what, please? Daniel, are you a Jehovah's Witness? Are you saying yes to the Jehovah's Witness question, or you are saying yes to... I don't understand though. But first of all, link to what are you asking of, and the yes, is it that you're a Jehovah's Witness? Daniel, what link are you asking for? I think network is giving some people issues though. When I need you. Maybe fully funded scholarship. Okay, for the fully funded scholarship, SI.SE. SI means Swedish Institute Scholarship for Global Professionals. That's the name of the scholarship. So the link is si.se. Okay, that's the link. So you can try to make the scholarship. So si.se is the scholarship link. Yeah, si.se. The name of the scholarship is Swedish Institute for Global Professionals. Do we get it? I think they opened yesterday. Yesterday was I think it's yesterday, because a lot of them have started doing their application. How much does student pay as tax on earnings? You pay normal, whether student, whether human, whether worker, you pay the same tax as every other person, 30%. Like I always say, some cities are less, and maybe 23, 27, just depending. But the more you earn, the more tax you pay. The less you earn, the less tax you pay. You get? So if you earn online, what if I earn online with student tax me? It just depends on the online. It's just like now you are in Nigeria, you are working online and you are earning your money, and you carry that your work and enter here. You'll still be doing your work now. It's not part of their business. You'll be working, and they'll be paying you in the way that they've been paying you in your home country. Do you understand? It's when you come here now, let's assume that maybe you come here, you apply for a job here, the job is in Sweden, and you're supposed to be working online. Then you have to pay tax, because those jobs will put you in their workers list that you are working in Sweden and you are paying tax. But if you carry your job, it's just like now, from as I'm like this now, I'm looking for side hustle. You understand? Like, I have my regular job, I'm looking for side hustle, and I see a side hustle that maybe I'm supposed to be doing personal assistant for somebody in the US or in the UK, or I'm supposed to be doing customer service job for somebody in the US or in the UK. It's my side hustle. It's none of their business. Oh, Daniel. Oh my God, my brother. Same here. Nice to meet you. Welcome. Please join our group. Join the WhatsApp group if you need help, please. I'm here to help you, okay? So, Joy, do you understand what I'm saying? It's none of their business. But if you come now, like now, there are some remote jobs in Sweden, that the jobs are situated in Sweden, that anybody working with them is in Sweden. They have to pay tax for those people. So those are the kind of more place you pay tax. You get. Now, there are some companies that you want to work, like now. I've been trying to get a remote job, and sometimes they don't take me because of my location, maybe because of they don't want to pay tax. Do you understand? So, but if you are coming from your home country, you are doing your remote job there, they've been paying you all this while before you came to, so you continue your remote job. Not you, they don't need to tax you for anything. Why would you go and no? They don't need to tax you. But if you are working here in Sweden, maybe you get a cleaning job or whatever job, you submit your pension number, you start earning money, and you start getting paid. You start paying tax. Yes. Emmanuel, for the proof of fund, can I chat you up? Emmanuel, join the group and drop your questions on the group, okay? I'm going to answer you on the group so that every other person can learn. So yes, you can chat the group up. Daniel, please, Daniel, join the group, okay? In case you need help. There's some people in the group that are applying for SI scholarship. You can ask them questions, what to do and what not to do, okay? So Joy, that's that about remote job. That's that about remote job. Who has more questions? Oh? Looks like network is giving a problem in Nigeria because a lot of people have been complaining. Do you have more questions? Okay. Ifunanya says, hi Daniel, nice to see my fellow brother here. Hi Ifunanya. So Daniel, see your sister. Who has more questions? Should I go live or some people are typing questions? I'm back. Who has more questions? Oh, I think I should go live. Do you have more questions? Oh, Jesus Christ. So in the absence of no question, maybe we have to call it a day. Emmanuel, you are welcome. Thank you. I guess all of you don't have any questions again. So maybe let's call it a day. Maybe as time goes on, more questions will come. Okay? Bright, thank you so much for the info. You're welcome, Bright. Thank you for coming to this live and asking your questions. Mary's daughter. If I have studied as a bonds called threat, I want to believe that children nurse. Can I get a job in English speaking preschool? I think you can, but you have to you need a they have this license that they have, a teaching license. Yes. So if you have the teaching license, of course you can apply, because I applied, they didn't even call me. So if you have a teaching license, and I don't know if it's just any teaching license or the Swedish teaching license, that's what I don't know. So I think it has to be the Swedish teaching license, so you have to get it, or maybe any teaching license, you never can tell. So maybe you can get it. Mary's daughter, so maybe, just maybe. Do you get Mary's daughter? I think they needed a license when I made that application, and I didn't have the license, so that's why I didn't get the job. You're welcome. Mary's daughter, are you in Sweden already? Let me know. One score three. Hola. ¿Cómo estás? Okay, you guys, thank you for joining the live, and I'll see you in my next video. Hey, do.